Good morning, beautiful. I do hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for October 20th, 2021. Also being timeless. So wherever you're catching in time, it could be really relevant or horribly irrelevant. It could be very positive, or it could be an extreme challenge. Let's see what is going on, what brings you here. So this is for the 20th, but again, it's general collective, could be caught at any time with what's going on in your life. The readings, collective readings, have been so intense. The 19th of October's reading, 2021, was, oh my God. So now I kind of want to see, because it's not like it's just 24 hours and it's over. Let's see what's actually going on. And I'm being pulled to kick this off with Rider-Waite, but then I'm still being pulled to the messages from your angels. So let's see what kind of funky chicken we are working with. Somebody's not listening. Somebody is not listening. And you have your own reservations about this. The intensity of this is escalating. And I think that you're holding on to whatever this is, or whatever the situation is, maybe even your sanity. You're holding on to it for as long as possible. But it's taking a lot of self-discipline and restraint not to completely go ballistic. Which, all right, let's see, what is this involving? So it looks like it's not necessarily a challenge at this point. It feels more like it's kind of catching you and making you question yourself, not your motives, not who you are, but what you're really willing to stand. So what is it? Somebody is giving you the promise of a happy life and a new start. That's awesome. This entire situation is escalating. But when is the payoff? God, is it me? Am I like not giving you the payoff of what you've been working towards? I'm a tarot reader. I do psychic work and I do healing work. What is going on? Yeah. It's not happening fast enough. I got it. You have exhausted yourself and you feel like spirit isn't hearing you. You feel like out of everybody in the world that you're the forsaken one. No, you are a spark of consciousness that is fully expressing itself in your own particular way. It's that idea of oneness. So no, you're connected to the source of this. You have what you have coming towards you. I feel like it is genuinely paying off. And this, I think, is going to boil over very soon. So you feel like you're not being heard and that nothing is growing. You're waiting for divine connections. You're waiting for divine opportunity. And it's exasperating and exhausting for you because it's like you're not seeing the payoff or the full extent of the payoff right now. Trust me, I know that can be super frustrating. It's going to be something where you're moving on towards healing waters. The waters are not rocky. You have your guide who is pulling you towards this. And what's on the other side of this transition is the cup. But the thing is, you're closed off to it, or you have been closed off to it. And through the healing process, it's like you are not 100% sure if this is what you want. So I want to look at this question mark here. What is this about? Let's see. Come on, baby, let's go. It really does seem like not only the never-ending story, it seems like a fairy tale. Everything is making it seem like a fairy tale, or holier than thou, or just like this grand old earth-shaking situation. The thing is, it's going to be a lot of it's actually a lot of you. So the reason why this seems so fairy tale is because you have not an exaggerated sense of self, but a full extent of your worthiness. So everything around you, it's like it almost has the Midas touch. It's turning ordinary situations into something that has such deeper meaning, such deeper connections, so much emotion behind it. So what is the question here? I'm getting to go to this, so let's see. Okay. Have you asked your angels for help with this? Ask for a sign. That actually was in the mini reads. Ugh, the mini reads were so ridiculous. Definitely check those out. Oh my God. I'm so sick of this card. Guys, girls, we have Two of Cups, we have Twin Flame energy. This even showed up in the mini reads. So a lot of you are meeting divine connections. They can show up as relationships. They can show up as these familiar strangers who just seem to have the heart connection with you. You want help with the twin flame. You might be triggered as F right now. The thing is, you know that something is about to take place in your life, and this question hanging in the air because you don't have the solidification of the answer right now. It's frustrating. You feel something big happening. You feel something working beyond the veil. You feel like something is about to happen here in your experience, your physical exchange here on, wherever the heck you are on the earth. But this is, let's see. This is actually, wow. Okay. This is with a divine connection. Without question, it is a divine connection, and it does feel almost fairy tale. The thing is, with these divine connections and the fact that you can feel something earth-shattering coming into your life, this is also bringing in some apprehension because it's not in front of you. It's like waiting in the dark for what seems to be, you don't even know what it is. It could be the boogeyman, for God's sakes, and you feel something coming. It's not there yet, and you can't see it. So while you feel it's coming, it's like it's starting to unnerve you. So we need to work through these nerves. You have some things that you have got to clear from yourself. It is so important that you get grounded and centered. You are not made to be meek in any of this. It's not meant to be a docile training time for you. You, in the face of this intimidation, because you have this anticipation of something major happening, you're meant to be somebody who punches through everything. Demanding. It's almost as if you have to demand, say, I'm ready, I'm here, come on, show it to me, give this to me, and then your wish is my command. It's really interesting. So the higher ascension, you are going on a higher ascension, this higher sense of empowerment. And with that comes it's not even the greater responsibility. No, it's with that level of intensity, there's also a heightened awareness of, the vibration of everything else around you, everything that you're leaving behind, and the sense of being open, being vulnerable. So this, almost afraid that you could fall so hard, so fast, it's going to be absolutely imperative that you go get grounded and centered, because this is coming in really fast. Because I think that first off, you're demanding. Second off, you've done the work. Third off, you've ascended. Fourth off, this is not only you, this is a collaborative union that is coming into play. I don't think that for everybody this is going to be love. You are definitely meeting very kindred, soul bonded, divine connections, but not everyone is love. Not everyone is that romantic aspect, and thank the Lord for that. What's coming in with this? All right. This is something that you get to build with this particular person, either a literal or a figurative form. I don't see that in these challenges that you're going to be walking away from the hard work. I think that the main thing is for you is to understand that the hardships in your life are over. That as far as connection bases go, relationships will always be work, but the detrimental soul back-breaking work that you've experienced in the past, those days, I think, are just kind of gone. One is your self-confidence. Your self-confidence and what has dragged you through this ringer. You had no other choice but to face your abandonment issues before you can ascend in this one. And that felt like it was never ending, because it feels like everybody kept leaving your life, or situations kept closing off in your life. And I think that you came to a point where you just gave up and let everybody at their own free will just kind of go. You learned how to rock this all by yourself. So I think that you had moved on without the dire need to have anybody else around you. Clearing out all of that emotional baggage and space has really led to this ascension. And I think that that almost has like, almost, it's not tunnel vision, but it's almost like an airy feeling. And that pull toward, between the eyes, I know for a fact that a lot of people have been experiencing that right now. So, all right, what about this connection? What am I being pulled towards? I'm being pulled towards two decks. We have the Halloween Oracle and then the Saints and Angels. So what is this? Tell me more about this connection. Exploring wildness. Okay. What else? Intuition. Really see that this is going to be where you guys explore the actual makeup of each other. There's a lot of inquisitiveness about each other in this one. Then we have Dawn, and then I think the Ghost is about regret, which I want to get clarification on. So light after the darkness, the regret. Why? The intuition. It can't be something as campy as that you didn't do it sooner. Oh my God, shut up. That is so obnoxious. My only regret is I didn't do it sooner. You didn't have the tools to do this crap sooner. This was not going to happen sooner. It wasn't going to happen just by us saying, you know, oh, well, I'm done. Spirit is the type that tests you, like, are you sure? Because I'm about to present you with the same D-bag with a different face and a different name. Check this out. And you're like, well, maybe this time. Spirit's like, aha, no. You can say what you want all the time, but the regret is, I think, probably going to be the stubbornness that was involved in this. And it was this matter of how many hurdles that you had overcome and how many times that you had let people actually condition you to whatever benefited them. So that in itself is very frustrating, and I got that. But now we need the Saints and Angels because we have something generous coming in. Wise decision, generosity. So remember, I was saying owl a few minutes ago. Well, bam, that SOB right there. This is so ridiculous. And there's a halo around it too. That is a sign of holiness, a sign of divinity. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yep. There's your sign. What you have to look forward to, there's your sign. There's your sign. All right. I'm laughing like an idiot right now. It's not lost. Don't compromise. All right. What are we not compromising? Your emotions. What is this? So it looks like this is going to trigger you. Why is it going to trigger you? What's this? Steady progress. The consistency that we had talked about. What's this? I see a lot of collaboration happening in this piece right now. What's it like to have a connection with somebody, and again, this does not have to be romantic. What is it like to have a connection with somebody where it's supportive, it doesn't break your confidence, it doesn't make you feel foolish, and it's consistent? How many have been locked into the honeymoon part of whatever the dynamic of the connection is for weeks, months, and then suddenly little things start to change? That's not going to happen here. So this is the trigger. When push came to shove in the past, as far as consistency goes, it was, I think, you who was deemed to be the insecure one, only to have your assumptions and intuition proven right. So now the triggers in this is when being met with the peak situation before it had started to turn in the past. Since this is a slow buildup and it is going to take time, when you get to that peak point of tolerance of the honeymoon phase of the connections and what's coming in, it feels like you are going to have to watch your response, because the reprogramming that can only happen in connections is coming into play right now. So you have an active choice. How is this going to work? Are you going to be led down the road of insecurities because of previous connections where it had put you into that sense of having to lose everything? Well, it looks like that trigger is going to be apparent, but the outcome of it is, I see a real fieriness coming with you. I see a lot that you share. I see you opening up. I see that this is you putting yourself first and having the other person hear you out. And then we have this. So we have two aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. The amount of compassion that you are greeted with this particular person is dumbfounding. So much information to the heart and to your truth. Both things are matching up right now, which I can greatly appreciate this about this person. I think that you are involved with a connection that is emotionally mature and is very detail oriented, and who actually has looked into this as much as you have, who has the utmost respect for this as much as you have, and wants to cradle and foster this relationship. And they're not going to beat around the bush with anything. This person or persons who are coming in who have these divine connections with you, they're not going to beat around the bush. They want to cater this and foster this, but they want authenticity at the at the top. And then there's the follow through, actions meeting words. So we have, oh, this was stuck behind here. Okay. So what we have here is letting the past battles go, because I feel like they have been a sore spot in your memory that you've been replaying the bad news, the heartache, and the disappointments, the deceptions, replaying those triggers that are happening right now are because of this. So while I see that you aren't ready or that you don't want to let go of those past wounds, you are going to have to let go of those past wounds that you are ready, because it's interfering with taking the next step in progress in this connection. So this consistency is being met, and to move forward, you have to let the past drift off. I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. Can you hear that? That's Duncan snoring. This puppy whimpered because I wasn't letting him in my office because he's been in there all day. So right now he's sleeping on the couch, snoring away. What are you gonna do? Okay, so all right, there's nothing more that you can get from those previous memories. It's holding you back, and I see that you come out on top and letting it go. So the final result of this is wishes granted. Awesome. What's this? Tiptoeing, taking your time and working hard on building trust in this connection and not betraying that trust. Lots of earth and fire energy around this, taking a leap into something new. Now, the earth and fire energy, it doesn't have to be a particular person. Those are absolutely present, but I see that this is more of time framing and pacing yourself and grounding work. There's really no fight to be had here. And there's really nothing that you need to cut to the chase with. These are triggers that you are going to be working through. This is going to be slow moving. It's going to be passionate. It's going to be very caring. It doesn't have to be romantic, but all parties involved are really willing to do the work for this because it feels like home. It feels, if this is a new connection, it feels like a very familiar stranger who doesn't feel like a stranger at all. If this is a reconciled connection, understand that this is healing from the past, not punishing each other for it. And also, it feels like you have to become reacquainted with each other. So all that being said, this has been your collective reading for October 20th, 2021, also timeless. If you have questions about booking your private session, reach out in the email address provided. If you have questions about what services and prices and sales are going on, reach out in the messages. Definitely let me know the time zone that you're in. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you have a fabulous day. Stay safe, have fun, and just know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. Alrighty, take two. If you found your way across this, chances are you need a spirit message. Ooh. Listen with an open heart and an open mind. I have cards falling everywhere. What is this? All right, you're ready for something new. Two decks I'm using right now because these cards are not even in the right place. They fell over. Something's going on. We have Ace of Cups energy. So that is actually a wonderful new start that is coming in. Cup overflowing. New, emotional. But this is going to involve the grief work. Healing from the past. Yes. You are ready to move on. I think that you've been grieving for a while. I think that you really exhausted this. I think that you finally faced whatever the pain was because I think that there's an underlying situation to whatever it was that you were experiencing. So, my dear, there's something new that is coming in for you. Let's see what this is. Really? I don't think that you necessarily want this right now, which is really funny because once you've discovered your personal power, you're like, it's nice, but I don't really need this anymore. Spirit's like, that's nice. Here you go. Listen, I got you this. It was on sale. I thought it would be great for you. And you're just like, you son of a... Yeah. Listen, Spirit, we have been going back and forth for a while now. It's not time for these games. I'm ready to move on. It didn't necessarily mean that I needed this connection, this start, this, whatever this unyielding passion is. But I see that your heart is being graced with a new presence right now. So this, what are you going to do with it? Because I feel the excitement. I feel the closure of this chapter. Yes, you don't want it immediately, but I think despite your best efforts to emotionally reject this, part of you is really longing for it. Yeah, it's not a third-party situation. I think that this may have been something that would have overwhelmed you in the past. Whatever is coming in, whatever is starting again is magical. It's just, it's not anything that you could have anticipated with this particular person. Very cool, but also exhausting. Spirit, cut it with the shenanigans. If you're coming across this, chances are you need a spirit message. So listen with an open heart and an open mind. Something is not, well, Something doesn't have the purest intentions, and wouldn't you know it, a lot of fire energy around this. I think that there's been you getting lost in what seems to be a sea of choices. Maybe not you, but towards somebody else. So what I'm seeing here is they're weighing out their best options, and you, I think that you're being outspoken at this point. I think that you're going to be looking elsewhere because you are getting a really off vibe from this person, which you're finally not neglecting that sixth sense of yours, but are you going to let this feed into your insecurity? Probably not. I feel like you're going to probably invest in not relying on somebody else so much. There's nothing more that you need to know about this particular person. All it's going to do is cause you fuss and anxiety. You are somebody who wants consistency, commitment, consistency. You don't want to be left out in the dark. You don't want to water a dead seed, and that's exactly what this person is providing you. Nothing but dead seeds. That's frustrating. You have a lot of passion in you. This, I see that you're probably just not going to engage in them anymore. Yes, I have a lot of cards. That sometimes happens. This person had you filled with anxiety for quite some time. I think that you almost got sprung on them, but caught yourself rather early and got out before it was too late, emotionally, maybe even mentally. Yeah, more than likely. You're not going to water this dead seed. So what is on the other side of this? Somebody who actually can learn and grow with you. That is awesome. I also feel like you're getting a particular nudge towards this person. Very grounding energy, calm, and let's see. I think that they have their own slow burning fire underneath. They have divine feminine aspects with them. It's genderless, but know that what's coming is emotional, positive, and it has an undertone of this awesome fiery passion. So if you're coming across this, we will be getting a message from the angels. This was next to the deck. Okay. What about that? A journey involving the heart chakra. All right. You need to be open to receiving love. Oh, crap. This is not through space. This is through time. Okay. So if you found your way across this, chances are you're either having a reanimated relationship, like it's getting its spark back, or if you are single and looking, and you've done the work, which you probably have, you have love that is coming in. Ooh, it just fell out. Really? Why all of these? Third eye chakra. All your intuitive faculties are at play here. You are in such alignment with your sixth sense, your inner magnetic pull. You've done the emotional work. You're incredibly balanced, and you want to, I see that there is I know that this is going to sound crazy. Trust me, I know. There is a supernatural pull to this. Something out of this world is totally driving this connection together. It is like the red thread that is pulling you two together. All right. You have to go out and have this life happen. This is not going to just fall into your lap sitting there in your home, your den, wherever the heck you may be. This is you getting proactive. It's actually telling you to go out and listen to the signs and synchronicities, understanding that there is, as long as you are not breaking any sort of rule, or if you're not in any sort of bad space, obviously, but pay attention to the signs that are being given in front of you. For instance, you might be seeing an owl, or an owl might be an actual sign for you. You've been putting up this energy for Spirit to give you a sign or synchronicity involving that. And you're about to have whatever the sign is that you've been looking for delivered. And I see somebody coming in. And I see that this has been through time. You've been drawing in this person for quite a while. And I see that there is a psychic connection here. I feel like you are a highly sensitive individual, which is amazing. This is going to be a very comforting feeling when you come across this person. They say that if somebody gets your heart racing, it's probably not them. If there is this soothing, overwhelming sense of comfort, it is probably them. If you're coming across this, you probably need a message from the Numinous Astro deck. So what's coming out? What do you need to know? Listen with an open heart and an open mind. These are always general, collective, so if you found your way across this, there may be a reason. Sometimes it's to laugh at my expense. Sometimes it's hitting absolutely home, which would be awesome. But if it doesn't, well, stick around, enjoy the show. Maybe this will make sense eventually. Assets, material world, possessions, finances, talent, value, solid, worthiness, wardrobe, luxuries, credit score, security, aesthetics. Great, grand, wonderful. Transformation, yay. All right, so renewal, inner resources, basic instinct, motivation, personal power, evolution, composing, death, rebirth, subversion, suspicion, obsession, intensity, reckoning, taboos, clearing, and extremes. And the final card is going to be, what's this one? Balance. Coming into balance and having a huge transformation. It seems like a lot of windfall coming your way in the material sense. So if you have been either looking for a new position, if you've been looking for some sort of new sense of security, I feel like you're coming out of a transition that may have been excruciating for you. So this is about renewed resources. This is also about having the internal work that you have done mirrored externally. So there is a lot of conflicts that are coming into play that are going to be mirroring back the work that you have already done to see if you have completed it. And also it's going to be discarding of anything of in your life that is of nuisance, that is not progressive with you, and also is completely out of alignment. So this is the art of letting go. We also have the Lovers on top. So this is what's replacing that is expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self-confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guiltless, egotistical, juicy, proud, trusting, excessive. You have a lot of windfall coming your way in quite the physical form, solid, physical, material, and also something that is, it feels, excessive, positive excessive, but it also feels like some of you check out the other mini reads that go along with this batch, because I sincerely think that a lot of you are meeting long-term relationship materials after you have been through the ringer, after you have done the work. I would love to know who it is. When you find out, drop a line. Alrighty, if you have found your way across this, there's going to be a message for you from the Numinous, I think it's the Numinous Astro deck involving matters of the heart, love. What about it? These mini reads have been ridiculous. The collective and mini reads that went along with October 19th, 2021, those were intense. I don't know, it's been this constant stream of just intensity, really dramatic messages, and honestly, it feels like birthing pains in the world. So we have love. What else? Self and wisdom. What's this? Oh, sorry. Leo, the lover. And we have craft. So you might be having either a renewed love. We could always do self-love, but I feel like some sort of new relationship dynamic is going to be taking place in your life. This feels like soulmate material. Don't get it twisted. They don't always have to be love. I've met so many soulmates in my life who are these absolutely amazing platonic energies, but that unconditional love is still present. It's just showing up in numerous ways. So I see that this is, wow. All right, this is through awakening that you have gone through, grounding and showing a lot of restraint and self-control in life. I see that you've been breaking away from a lot of traditional values, and also the sense of discipline that you have moving forward to recondition your life is becoming what seems to be this crazy craft. And I mean that in the best way possible. There's a lot of work in this connection that is coming into play, but I also feel like this is an extreme balance energy that is compatible to you. All of this work coming into play with you, it is warm, it is that beautiful fuzziness. I almost feel like you are on cloud 9 with this kind of energy. I feel like you just, in your soul, know this person. If you haven't met them before, you just know this person. Even if you don't know them, you know them. This sense of warm, contagious familiarity, and I think that both of you pick up on it. And it's not that you become unglued or that you become undone around them. It's just like a, hey, there you are. And I see things really taking off for this connection, whether it's a friendship or a relationship, it does not matter. I see this being really uplifting in both, or whoever's party is involved. It feels exceptional. So if you have found your way across this, we have a message from beyond the veil. It's a message from the Halloween Oracle deck. Just listen with an open heart and an open mind. We're going to see what is shaken. What is shaken? Okay, what is it? Creating through the ashes. Ooh, hey Phoenix, how's it going? All right. Yeah, the thing about the Phoenix is it actively chose to burn all of its sense of comfort and security around it. This was a conscious, subconscious, a soul-driven purpose to watch everything that held it back or kept it stagnant from its growth burn in the most figurative sense possible. In some cases, it's been an actual, literal, which is scary. But after this, yes, the Phoenix comes out of the ashes. But what happens after it comes out of the ashes? Does it constantly go around looking for a fight? Does it constantly go around looking for other things to burn? No. It actually gets to reconstruct its entire being. So happiness in our hearts and our joy. I think that a major passage in whatever it was that you had burnt and come out of the ashes with involved a lot of details in what makes your life so grand. I think a lot of your old constraints were social pressures and traditional pressures, which I really don't care about, any of that. You do you, boo. But if you found your way across this, chances are you are paving the way to make your own traditions, your own values, and things that are greatly in line with you. But since it's such a fragile time, I see that you are in a pause mode, which, I think that is gaining momentum to really take flight with you. So I see a lot of lack of constraints. I see a lot of freedom. This doesn't mean that it lacks discipline. Freedom is a little bit different than lacking of discipline. This is actually you being completely uninhibited and true to what gets you to expand and unfold with joy. This feels exceptional. So I'm really loving this energy. If you can't quite take flight yet because you are just starting to come out of the ashes, understand that this is a great time to take stock in what your environment is like, what your internal work is like, and start to just build small steps with that. There's no pressure, there's no time breaks. You got this, you have all the time in the world, yet you don't have these minutes to waste. So it's kind of a paradox like that. It'll happen in due time.